Drag your heels. Right? When you're cruising, you just go, put a heel down. This is just going to get in your way.
Okay. Just that he has to run really fast. He's on A-team today, so he's going to the pros.
It's the 8th annual Third Crossing Sled Dog Rendezvous. 10 years ago, Eddie met Ike Fisher and they dreamt up this dream of putting on a big race in Frazee on privately owned land, so we don't have to get permits nor have to worry about other people driving around on our trail. And it really has come to fruition. There's going to be at least 100 teams. When it's time for the class that they're going to race in, about 15 or 20 minutes before it's time to hook up, we bring them out so they can go potty again, lay the harnesses out, harness them up, and get the sled and lines ready and hook them on and line up into the chute and wait for them to say go.
5 minutes until race time.
Anytime they're ready, they can come in, start and run.
There's different classes. There's a skijoring class, which is a cross-country skier with a special belt, and he's hooked to 1 to 3 dogs, whatever, however they choose.
And there goes Dan Carlton.
So that's pretty wild and crazy to have a dog pulling you when you're on skis. You're only allowed to have 4 dogs, and the course that you run is approximately 4 miles.
3, 2, 1, go!
We will start with 3 teams abreast and all at the same time. So then we'll have to jockey for positions right at the start.
And we are at 2-minute intervals. You can talk faster. Paul Reichert.
Go, guys!
Will be at bib number 44 out of Ely, Minnesota.
Today was my very first race, and I started with Siberian Huskies, so then I moved up quite a bit and got pointer crosses, and they're a lot faster. Well, they're thinking this trail's the best yet, so they're thinking it's going to be over 20 miles an hour average speed. It's going to be a fast one.
How old are you?
12.
12 years old.
And we also have a 4-dog novice, so that's for the people who are just learning, just beginning. They maybe don't want to get in with the real professionals and take a chance on messing somebody up. So we have a novice class.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Ready?
1,
Hike,
go!
hike, 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 hike. Get up, get up, get up.
I will race in the 8-dog class. And the 8-dog means you're allowed to have 8 dogs. You can have less. I believe 5 is the least amount of dogs you can have in the 8-dog class. But our 8-dog course is close to 8 miles.
Good girl. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
My husband Eddie will race in the open class, and then the open class means you're allowed, it's unlimited. You can have as many dogs as you want. Now, most teams will be anywhere from 12 to 20.
All right, super! Go, boys!
That course is almost 15 miles, not quite 15 miles. And there's a couple of road crossings, so it's very exciting. You can go out and watch the teams come shooting across the roads, and they're in full stride. The start and finish line isn't really the greatest place to watch a race because you just see them take off and then you don't see them until they come back. That's actually one advantage that we have at Frazee. Our course, you can see the teams from the starting line, especially if you go up on the hill. In various different places, you can see them, and especially if you bring binoculars, it's neat. You can see 5, 6 teams at all at the same time in different places.
Let's go, babies. Come on.
We are racing against the clock, actually. So the fastest time on Friday is the winner, and then Everybody's times are kept Friday and kept over till Saturday and combined with Saturday's times, and the fastest overall time is the winner. People probably have a romanticized picture in their head of what a sled dog should look like. It probably looks an awful lot like a Siberian Husky or a Malamute, with the stand-up ears and the big bushy tail and the blue eyes and the mask, you know, the whiter face. And that's not really what we use so much in the sprint racing, even in the distance, the Iditarod. And now we have bred in faster dogs for speed. There's Greyhound in them, and there's also German and English pointers have been used very extensively. The European countries started with that. Those pointers are very good running in the heat, and the pointers also recuperate faster. 24 hours later, they're completely 100% recuperated, whereas a Husky is still a little bit more fatigued. The sleds have gone through an amazing transformation. It used to be, you know, in the olden days, which is, what, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they were all wooden sleds, handmade, laminated runners, lashed together with babiche, which is sinew. And now we're running, you know, these European sleds that are made out of fiberglass and specially made runners that have quick change plastics on them, or P-Tex that we wax, and they fold up. You can take the runners off. They're, you know, it's totally high tech. People ask, you know, why we do this crazy thing, and it is hard to explain. There is a thrill when you're on the sled, and I do like to go fast and go swooshing through the forest, and it's very much a thrill to see these dogs born, you know, grow up as little puppies, and you play with them and name them and start out their training, and then watch them develop into these great athletes. And so there's a thrill with that. But it must be being outside too. It's the whole thing, the whole working for yourself and being outside and working with the dogs. I don't think everybody gets bit by that bug, but a lot of us that do, you just can't explain what the thrill is.